Joey King and Logan Lerman, everybody.
I'm a big fan as well. I've had Miss Independent stuck in my head for like,
wow,
I don't even know how long.
Literally has not
Like literally, I sing it all the time.
Yeah. I love that.
Oh, and it's just playing on repeat in my head ever since I heard it.
I have anything to inspire you. Fair enough. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, it's nice to meet you too. Yeah, it's a pleasure. My kids are gonna be so mad I didn't invite them here today, but we're not gonna tell them. So
right.
you were married since the last time, and you had two weddings technically. Technically, I had two weddings. Yeah, I had an LA like civil union at a place called SameDayMarriage.com. Classic. In Laurel Canyon. It was great. It was really, I mean, it was super fun. We had like this very silly, fun like ceremony, and then we went bowling, and then like my grandma was with us all night. We like partied with my grandma all night. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean like like she's like throws down. Like she's like a little. She only leaves because someone that like drove with her is like, oh, we want to leave you in. She's like, okay. I love it. Like, I know every day. She's amazing. And then I had like a really truly magical, magnificent like wedding. I saw pictures. It was incredible. It was insane, right? My wedding was in Mallorca. Yeah, it was like it was the best weekend. You guys look beautiful.
Yeah,
thank you. Yes, and the flowers are so tasteful. Oh my god, I was obsessed with your bouquet. But you went to the wedding in Spain, right?
Yeah, so much
had
fun.
a good time?
It was great. It was so much fun, and I'm like planning a wedding now too. And
I know you're recently engaged. That's incredible.
Yeah.
How did you do it? Were you nervous?
No, I really wasn't nervous.
Good. Okay.
I mean, maybe like I feel like I got a little nervous like the 30 seconds leading up to actually having to do the thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, now I have to choose the time to make it happen.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I was just excited and something I've been wanting to do for a while. It was just like finding the time while we were like filming the show that we're promoting right now, which was like so consuming, and the whole time I was like ready to do it then too.
Yeah.
So.
Do you feel pressure now that you went to like the greatest wedding ever?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I do. I feel a lot. No.
Because I saw the pictures. In one picture, you're in actual goggles, like swim goggles.
I am. Yeah.
And another fantastic dress. Yes.
Yeah.
That's who I would hang out with. I was having congratulations. Really, I was so hot in my workout. It was so humid outside. Yeah. So it was just, my stylist was like, "What are you doing?" So it was cool. That dress was incredible as well. I was like, "Oh, she made a dress change." I don't know. I hate to say, I really loved all my wedding looks. I did too. I
love the people in the background of this photo that don't know that they're.
Oh yeah, that's my fiance.
Yeah, that's my fiance. That's our friend Nick, and he's shirtless on Kelly Clarkson Show right now.
Casual. Yeah.
That was.
Collection if you got it. So when did you two meet? Because you've worked together a bit.
Yeah, we met like 10 years ago, maybe 11 if we're being specific.
Yeah.
At like a Q&A, which is like a weird place to meet someone, but we became friendly there. But like really became friends years later when we had when we had like time to actually hang out and like
And we both like grew up like as child actors. I was gonna say you have that in common. That's kind of cool. I know, it's really great. Like, we honest and you guys are trauma bonded.
Yeah, we're trauma bonded. The weirdness of being in this industry.
Exactly. The other day we had like a couple margaritas and we were like, we should do that TikTok trend. That's like, we're so and so. Of course we blah blah blah. So we spent like an hour in like an alleyway in downtown LA recording like, we're child actors. Of course we blah blah blah. And we were like, this is hysterical. And then the next morning we were like, this is really not funny. This is really not funny. This is something we should discuss on a couch in a room with a professional.
Perhaps.
All of us need to be there just for different reasons. So yeah, that's we're like, let's not post that maybe. Now we all want to see it. So yeah. Sometimes you have to laugh through the darkness.
No, honestly, like I think one thing that we really bonded over was just our like resilience. Like we kind of enjoyed the journey, and like there's weird things that happen, but it didn't really like take away from the fact that we just love making movies and television shows.
Positive outlooks.
Yeah, because it's just so great to be able to do this and to continue to do this. It's like such a privilege.
The longevity.
Not everybody gets to do it. You might start at a certain point, you'll get a little bit of luck, a little bit of work, and then it fizzles away. The fact that we're able to continue like doing what we love is like.
And that's like the key word, like
really
longevity to me is like that's when people are like, what do you want to do in the next 5 years? Like, what do you see yourself doing? I'm like, I don't know. I just want to be here for a long time. Like that's what I know. Like I love what I do. I just want to be doing it for a long time.
And working on projects that we love, like the show that we're in, we were the lucky ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at him,
really
professional. Look at that. Are you looking to co-host? What's happening here?
I would love to. No, but genuinely, it's such well-written material, and it's something like we're just lucky to work on things that we like. You know, it's not just a job; it's a passion, and like work on things that we're passionate about.
Well, that's a good segue because like even your character specifically, like learning. I mean, you're a musician in it. You love music in it. Like, was that like intense? Do you get scared at stuff like that, or were you kind of like, no, I can do this?
No, it's really scary. Yeah, my character.
Your accent, everything.
Yeah, there's so many things involved. There's a dialect. It's like first of all, Audie, who I play in the show. In real life, was an incredible composer, incredible musician, and I'm not as talented as him. I can play music. I love to play music. I love to write music, but I've never had a chance to explore it in a project before.
Yeah.
But now it's like I had to learn these really technical like jazz pieces and classical pieces, and it was really difficult, but it was a great opportunity to like hang out with the piano teacher. It was scary. I had to go on set and sing for the first time, and sing in an accent.
I heard that what you did what's most nerve-wracking for most musicians is a room of 100 people is worse than 100,000.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I
Logan. Joey, I just need to say I love you and Ramona and Beezus. That movie showed me that having a younger sibling isn't all bad. And if I'm being totally honest, it probably saved me from shipping my younger brother out of the country. He says thanks. Stay here. Stay here. Kelly has more with Joey and Logan after this. You look short.
Oh, it's probably all the high heels in Paris. Hello, now did you go there?
We ran into each other on the train. Cut me up and all the love and gossip.
And your brother told me about life as a famous composer.
Famous is generous.
New episodes every Thursday. Tell me about the story. If nobody's seen any episodes, like what is kind of the gist of the story?
Well, this is about a family that gets separated during World War II. It takes place over many years, and the whole family is scattered across different countries, different continents, trying to survive the war, trying to survive the Holocaust.
It's a true story.
It's a true story. This is a real family. Georgia Hunter. She wrote a novel on her. She basically, when she was a teenager, she found out that her grandfather had this history, this background, that he was Jewish, and she decided to take a deep dive into her family history and learned all of this amazing stuff about her heritage, her grandfather's, siblings and parents and everybody, and it's a true story, so it really resonated with us because of that.
Yeah.
And it's this epic journey of them trying to find each other again and hopefully survive the war.
Yeah.
And we're really proud of it, and I hope you guys watch it.
I think what's kind of interesting is you have a personal connection to the story, right? I mean, we're both Jewish, and we're both playing Jewish people, which is always like, it's really special, and you don't get to do that all the time. Like, the best part about our jobs is that we get to play all different kinds of people, and a lot of those people we have nothing on a surface level in common with that you can see or understand, but this really hit close to home, because we're very proud of our heritage, we're very proud to be who we are, and so it felt very personal for those reasons. Yeah, absolutely. Well, what I find interesting is we saw that scene, but y'all actually don't have many scenes together, right?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah. Unfortunately not, that's true.
Yeah, we have to
It's
find
kind
a
of our thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, Bullet Train, we had one scene together, I spit in his face and then whatever.
Yeah.
And then this one, we, don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, we didn't get to share too many actual scenes together, but we have like apartments right next to each other, so we're just like constantly going back and forth. And we're like, you want to go to the gym? You want to play ping pong? Like, y'all filmed in Romania. Yeah, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have y'all been there before? No, have you? No, that's insane. I know no one's been to Romania. The only thing I know about Romania is Wednesday. They came on here, they filmed it.
We don't sleep on Romania.
Dracula is cool. Yeah, I do know that. I do know that. Come on, give it up for Dracula.
Amazing place, Bucharest, where we filmed. It was just such a cool city. The culture.
That's what I mean. You get to do these cool things
so
in Athens. Go places you never would have gone.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have gone there. At least maybe not last year when we were filming it.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have ever thought to go there. Yeah, and the best part about it too is like Bucharest is a little bit, it's smaller. Like, so we all had the bonding was really special. We all bonded so well, and I think part of that reason was because there was like one bar that we all loved. Nobody liked it. There was like one restaurant that we all loved. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you say, oh, let's go to our spot tonight. Whereas like if you're filming in a bigger city, everyone kind of does their own thing. They've got friends in town. They've got this. They've got that. We were really secluded, and so we were like, all right, I guess we're all gonna become best friends. Yeah. Or did we go the other way? Or not. Doesn't happen like that. It does happen.
I think it was good casting. Like Tommy Kail, who directed this, and Erica Lopez, who's the showrunner, they just happened to put together a group of people that were really like. Yeah, we became a family like right away. We were really close. Still good friends of ours.
Yeah.
It's like a really special experience. Doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're working with people you don't love to be around.
And Romania was kind of great because I adopted my dog there. So
Yeah.
I always gonna bring that up. Fable? Fable. Yeah. Fable. What a great name. There she is, my girl. So I have another dog, and I want your dress, but yeah, okay, thank you. I have another dog, and I missed him so much. I was gone for 5 months. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go
Oh my God.
volunteer at a shelter and visit some dogs, and then this little lady stole my heart, and I can't even go near a shelter. I know. I'll walk over. I called my husband. I was like, listen, I was thinking about marriage. So what do you think? The Logan was with me when I got her.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was really cool.
All right, so Joey and Logan's new series is called We Were the Lucky Ones. You can see new episodes every Thursday on Hulu. We've got Kid Hoover from Access Daily here next. We'll be right back. Welcome back, y'all. You can see our next guest every weekday on Access Hollywood, as well as on Access Daily with Mario and Kit. She's got a new podcast out now. It's called The Coop with Kit. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts. Please welcome Kit Hoover, everybody. We used to see each other a lot more. I haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah. How are you? I'm great. And New York agrees with this one. I'm living here. It's the best. Yeah. Did y'all see when Kelly photobombed those people outside? I didn't mean to. I didn't see it happening. And of course, on the your hair on your head. They say it comes on your face, like this time's ahead. Yeah. Empty nest. My kids are getting up and out. I've been a mom for so long. That's a weird thing. What's my relationship look like with my husband? Like, hey, nice to meet you again. But you have to meet again. Yeah. You got to think of career. Like, what is going on in my 50s? So I want to start this podcast for like real conversations. And the coop is what we're doing. It's Jen. Come on in to the safe place. Let's roost. Let's talk. Let's get rowdy. But honestly, I've learned so much.
Sure.
Even singing-wise, there's a different fluidity to it.
Yeah.
And these interviews, Kelly, that I find myself like reflecting back on, and I'm like kind of slowing down to do it. So I think you're gonna love some stuff. I was talking to Jenny McCarthy, and she was talking about dating in her 40s, and she said, I'm tired of downshifting my frequency to meet a guy here. They gotta level up and meet me here. And now she's with Donnie Wahlberg for the past 10 years. We'll be whatever your next chapter is. Katie Kirk and I were talking about grief. My dad's 90, my bug mom is about to turn 85, and I have a lot of friends losing parents, and Katie said about grief, she said it's like losing a limb, and you get a prosthetic, but you walk with a little limp, and like kind of the tools she learned to navigate that. And Layla Ali, Muhammad Ali's daughter, about the art of saying no, Kelly, to make room for a yes. As women, we just say yes to everything, and so it's learning to do that, and weeding the garden on maybe any negative girlfriends, so like this sort of talk. Keep the flowers, get rid of the weeds, but it's hard to do for women, it's a funny thing. Very hard. And for some reason we're pleasers and keep everybody around, so it's poignant, thing as well, but it's fun. I also ask everybody one word to describe where you are in your life right now. Where would that be for you? Free. Like I feel free. Not just, I know everybody probably really said just like divorce and things that everybody has seen blow up in the papers, but I feel like even like this move from LA to New York, like the show, like it's been really healthy, I think, for most everybody that's done it, and it's just, it feels like free, like it feels like weight has been lifted, so, and that's how you should live your life. That's how you should live your life. And then what I find is through the hour interview with you, the free thing will continue to come up. Like, it's funny what people say what their life is. You see it the whole run, and then I end with what makes you happy. Oh man, well, I'm gonna say the boring, like the first thing that's just the kids. I'm gonna say a boring mom thing, but like they're so awesome and they're fun, and I think you learn more about yourself through them. Like you're like, oh, am I this person? I'm like, wait, do I have no patience? I was like, why call it my glass of patience? My glass of wine. That's not parenting. It's interesting what you do find out about yourself being a parent. And I think they make you better if you're doing it right. If you do it right, and if they feel like the priority. It's not about work, it's to make the kids the priority. At least feel that way. But y'all gonna love the podcast. I know everybody and their mother, brother, and cousin have one, but I swear it's fun. And I want you to come to the I just like that you have a minute to talk to people instead of like just like a minute. The way that we get. Exactly. We're talkers and connectors. So for me, I'm loving it. It took a minute because I'm used to a 6 minute get in, get out, make something fun. So I'm learning to be a little stiller. It's not working. I'm still really hyper and a lot of energy, but I'm trying to. They've been trying to get me to do that for years here. Stop. I'm ADHD. You hired it. Okay. Well, that's your problem. All right, we need to take another break, everybody. You can see Kit on Access Hollywood and Access Daily with Mario and Kit. Check your local listings for when to watch, and go check out her new podcast. It's called The Coop with Kit, which your mama Bug, I heard, is the one who put that in your ear, right? You know why? My mom Bug always says life is not a dress rehearsal. Make it count. So she's sort of the impetus behind this. I love Bug. Okay, so you can find it wherever you get your podcast. Y'all go check it out. We are getting into the impact of handwriting next. Stay right here. Welcome back. A couple years ago, I met an inspiring military veteran who founded a program that isn't just life-changing, it's life-saving. It's called Creative Vets, and they help wounded veterans process their trauma through songwriting. Let's take a quick look back at how the organization has impacted just one veteran.
I've never written a song before, so for me, I wanted to, like, the whole core of the song was going to be broken. And we worked through it, and watching Dan and Richard and Jesse just bounce it back and forth, and they're coming up with the music, and then we're hitting all the lines, and at one point I said, you know what, though, when I'm with my kids, I feel unbroken. You know, Richard and Jesse and Dan gave me a path, you know, it closed that bridge between my kids and I feel like we're closer because of it. It's our song. You know, I'm thriving today because of what they offered me, and, you know, I can't ever thank them enough.
That was 2 years ago during the pandemic, and Richard, the founder of Creative Vets, couldn't be in studio, so I'm so happy to meet him in person today. So hello and welcome to the show officially.
I know, it's so good to be in person.
I know, and nothing beats it. So remind everybody like how Creative Vets works.
Yeah, so we empower wounded veterans to heal through arts and music, but our main program that everyone loves is that songwriting program. We're flying out combat disabled veterans, just like Dan, to Nashville, Tennessee to write their story for the first time with #1 hit songwriters and artists to tell their story. And what's really impactful about that is, like, when I first called a veteran, and they all had mentors, so if it's a Vietnam veteran, we pair with a Vietnam veteran to be their mentor. I was like, hey, I was blown up 4 times, I saw my buddy die, what'd you go through? And they trust me enough to tell me their story, and I say, well, that's the story we're going to tell when we get to Nashville. It's one that they haven't been able to tell their spouse or their kids. The moment we write that song, the first person they text it to is their wife and their kids. It's the people that they can't talk to, so we're finally bridging that gap.
No, that's why I write. Sometimes I have a problem communicating in person, so through songs it's like easier if I write it down and figure out almost what I'm feeling and how to relay that. So the organization has grown lots in 2 years.
Oh my gosh, yes. So now we're 10 years old, but we doubled in size since we last talked to you. In fundraising, veterans served, but also on the wait list. And so the impact is so needed right now, especially veterans. They're not the first ones to jump at the arts. and with the new, like, they should be. And that's what we're trying to showcase, because there's roughly 20 suicides a day in the veteran military space, but the crazy number is 14 of those 20 don't actually seek help. So, like, how do you get to them? How do you get to the ones who are not seeking help? And so what we did, we partnered with this country music festival called Tailgates and Tallboys. They said, for free, have this space, just do whatever you want. So I put up a mobile songwriting studio. So I told my team, Jesse included, who was here last time, I said, hey, don't tell any veterans we're coming. Let's just plop it down. The veteran comes up, just try to talk them into telling their story. And so James and his wife show up. We don't know him. They see us like, what's this? This is a songwriting experience. We brought Nashville songwriters. He was very hesitant for it. I don't want to do this. His wife talked him into it. He gets in there. 2 to 3 hours goes by. He comes out. He was a changed man right then, but we didn't know how powerful it was. 2 weeks later, we're doing the same festival in Bloomington, Illinois now. He shows up. He has his Creative shirt, but he embroidered all of his lyrics on the back, and he told us what happened. And I was getting emotional because, I struggled coming home. He was like, that was going to be the last date with my wife. I legitimately bought those tickets to the festival to show her a good time before I ended my life. But I saw a sign, a literal sign, Creative, and I did the songwriting session, and since then, I've been alcohol-free, and I've just a new dedication to life. 6 months later, he spoke at a gala, still alcohol-free, still alive today, and it was all because he was able to open up for the first time.
You needed that release. Wow. I'm like, look at us, we're like fighting it. It's fine. That's so beautiful, and it's so powerful. Like, art can be so healing. It's so, so you're expanding in other ways as well. Tell everybody.
So we're expanding in so many ways because it's so needed. We partnered with this really large company that actually created a mobile songwriting studio now, so we go all over the country and help veterans.
Then you can reach more people.
Exactly, and they can just find us without having to seek out the help. And the real big thing, I'm trying to push the limits on this, is I'm building a music platform. So we've written well over 500 songs from everywhere to, like, Dan, how do I tell my kid I'm broken, to very inspirational to one of those songs. So my hope in the future is a veteran goes to the hospital. They may not want to talk to you if you're a clinician, but you can type in just certain keywords, Marine, faith-based, suicide ideations, Fallujah, and it'll populate a song for a program that they can play for them right there. So
you're not alone. You're
connecting with this sounds like me. This is what I went through. And we've seen that in real time already, so I just know it's going to change the world.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Well, the core of Creative success is in the powerful art of writing and communicating feelings, which is super important. Up next, we're going to explore how we can all apply that better in our lives, so stay right here. All right, y'all, we are back with Richard, the founder of Creative. The program helps wounded veterans cope with their physical and emotional trauma through songwriting. That was the clip from a documentary being made that profiles this life-changing program. So tell us more about the documentary and why do it.
Yeah, so my buddy Johnny Bulfer, he's the one singing on that, he's had multiple #1s, but dedicated his life to helping us tell these stories.
Yeah.
He randomly was like, hey, you need to know my friend Nick Mann. He makes these documentaries on amazing people doing amazing things.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, he has like 33 of them. He's just phenomenal human and storyteller. Doesn't charge us.
He's just like my friend. And
yeah, just a random friend.
Accolades.
And then he just hears my stories like, let's do this. So it's a little portion of the origin story of how we got started, because it's kind of crazy me going from, brain injury in Iraq, never do art music, to now doing art music as one of the best art schools in the country and teaching it and writing it. And so he wanted to do that, but also showcase like our astrophotography program that we do for Native American population, and our art program and our music program, and just let everyone know that art is an option. Doesn't matter who you are.
Absolutely. Well, writing can be such a powerful tool for all of us to repurpose our thoughts and memories, figure stuff out. So we have someone in the audience here to better explain that. Say hello to psychologist and Pilot Pen spokesperson, Dr. Elizabeth Scott. Hello, welcome to the show. So, Dr. Scott, Creative helps vets who have been through difficult trauma, but you say that we all have a tendency to think of ourselves negatively, which I think everyone would probably agree on. So why do you think so? Research shows that we all tend to have a negativity bias, and that can translate into a bias about our self-beliefs as well. So if you think about giving a talk to like 100 people, if 95% of them are riveted and really excited about what you have to say, and 5 are just not feeling it and not engaged, you'll notice those 5, that 5% more than you'll probably notice the 95%. So that negative feedback takes more of a weight than the positive. And that can be traced back to our kind of hunter-gatherer roots when we were hunting, gathering, and trying to survive. If we found things that were dangerous, we really needed to remember that, and it needed to really stick with us so that it would keep us safe. So it's more of a survival mechanism, whereas it was nice to remember things are pleasurable, but not as vital. And it's believed that that translates into that inner critic voice that we have of self-negativity. And fortunately, there are exercises like writing exercises that can reframe and reshape our perspective.
Songs to Battle of Nazareth songs to jobs like Corman songs. And what we're doing is we're tagging it.
Well, you said it better than I. I was like, wow. I was like, well, April 10th is officially National Erase Self-Negativity Day in support of the National Association of Mental Illness. So it was created by our season-long partner, Pilot Pen, makers of fiction. Go to April 10th and Kelly Clarkson Show. And so, Dr. Scott, you recommend exercises very similar to what Richard does in his program for anyone dealing with negative thoughts, right? So tell us about that. Why? Yeah, absolutely. We can tackle our negative self-beliefs by becoming aware of them and then processing them. So what I recommend is becoming more aware of those negative self-beliefs and writing one down, and then erasing those words, physically erasing them, and rewriting something that's more positive, that is something that you would rather believe in yourself. It's something that you can believe, but it doesn't usually come up. And studies also show that color can have an impact on that. So you can write basically your feelings about a situation, go back and erase the negative words, and either put them with less emotionally charged words or more positive words. And in doing so, you can actually reshape the way you conceptualize things and the way you see things. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Scott. That was incredible. So everyone at the show and our friends at Pilot Pen, makers of fiction, the go-to is from the Kelly Clarkson Show, continue to be inspired by how Creative is changing lives. So to help you keep on growing the program, Pilot is giving you $5,000 just to help out in any way possible. And I'm going to put in 5 as well. It's so healing, and I know the power in that healing, and it's so important what you're doing. So to learn more about National Erase Self-Negativity Day,